Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about, I know there's been a lot about TanaCon, everyone's started hearing it, whatever, no one cares, but there is one thing I think needs to be mentioned, and by one thing I mean three things, and it's that Shane did not make a good documentary. Now, before all the Shane Dawson fans run to my comments section, I can hear them now to leave me hate comments. I do not dislike Shane Dawson. I'm actually a really big fan of his. I've been watching his videos probably consistently for about a year. But the thing is, as a documentary, it's bad. So, let me explain. I have two different opinions about Shane's TanaCon documentary. First, there's the opinion of me as a Shane Dawson fan, and that is I love it. It has drama, it has everything about it is great. It's an entertaining video. I watched every part while eating food, and that's a big deal for me because I only watch good things while I eat. Now, as someone looking at it not as a Shane Dawson fan, but looking at this series as a real documentary, it's not a good documentary. The thing is, Shane is very biased. And I know a lot of people have said, oh, he's gonna be biased, Tana is his friends, but he got facts on both sides. Yeah, but imagine, if you see a lot of those, and I'm not saying anything bad about vegans or people who are vegetarian, but there are documentaries about veganism that are bad because they're made by vegans who have already decided that they hate the idea of eating meat. So you can notice the people they interview, the scientists they use, or the doctors they use, if you look them up, they're not extremely credible. And that's because they've really already decided the direction that this documentary wanted to go. Now, am I saying Shane went as far as to say, I'm gonna make this documentary to make Tana look good? No, I don't think that he did that. But I'm gonna tell you some things that he did that he really shouldn't have if he wanted to make a genuinely good documentary. So number one, he gave Michael. So Michael is the CEO of Good Times, which is the company that ran TanaCon. He did a part of the series where he interviewed Michael through like a Skype call, FaceTime sort of thing. And he did very shady editing on Michael. He zoomed in on Michael texting on his phone during the interview, using his e-cigarette. He would zoom in and show like the things he was doing instead of showing his face. And while you might be able to say, well, Brianna, he was doing those things. Why would you be texting or fidgeting on your phone while you're trying to clear your name? Well, it doesn't matter because us as a viewer should be able to decide, oh, look, I see Michael doing that in the background, or maybe that's just his nervous habit. We can have an opportunity to form opinions on our own about what we think he's doing. But in Shane's interview, the fact that he zoomed in on it is saying, hey guys, look at this. He's doing something he shouldn't be able to be doing, or that he shouldn't be doing if he's trying to prove his innocence. And that's kind of the feel that it gives you. And he did not shade Tana like that, which I thought was unfair. Yeah, he did show clips that showed them both in a bad light. Like there's a clip where she's talking about, oh, we should make people stand outside. People love to be oppressed. Yeah, she's in that clip, but he didn't do her dirty like he did Michael. He also had clips of Michael, I don't know if he was on a Segway or walking, where he played it in slow motion. He kind of demonized Michael, which yeah, Michael did stuff wrong and so did Tana, but he did not do the same editing to Tana, and I think that was a huge, did I love it as a viewer? Yes, I ate that up, bitch. It was so good. I loved seeing a bad guy in this video, but as a documentary, probably should have left that out. Number two, in part of the documentary, when he went to go speak to Tana after he heard Michael's side of the story, he left in a bunch of footage, like several minutes of Tana crying, oh, I'm so sorry, you look up, I look up to you and I let you down and blah, blah, blah. And while she might not have been manipulating us, while she might have really felt those things, which is okay, it's okay for her to cry. I'm not saying she did anything wrong there. That should have all been cut out. What documentary does it show 10 minutes of someone just blabbering and crying before they get onto the facts? The problem with this is it manipulates our emotions to, before she even tells her side of the story, whether you know it or not, we have empathy, we have sympathy for her. As a viewer, we feel bad for her before we even hear her side of the story, which I think is real dirty on Shane's part to Michael. I mean, and I get it, he's her friend and he wants to show this raw side of her, this true side of her, but a documentary is about getting to the facts and not that he was trying to manipulate us. I'm not saying it like that. You know, if you listen to an upbeat song, it might bring your mood up. That song is manipulating your emotions. I'm not saying Shane went out of his way to be like, oh, I'm gonna manipulate my viewers so I can get my friend in a good light. I don't think that's what he was doing. But the fact is, he let that footage stay in, and it should have all been cut out. There's no reason in a documentary you should show, if they're talking and they're crying at the same time, that's fine. But he just left in minutes of garbage that didn't need to be seen. And I think it definitely helped Tana and hurt Michael. And I don't think that was fair. And thirdly, and my final point, and I know in part 3 of the documentary, Shane did put a title card saying, this is Tana's point of view, and Michael didn't have a chance to defend himself. I don't think that was fair. Yeah, he let us know, like, hey, we didn't talk to Michael after this part, it's fine. I still don't think it was a good choice for a documentary. So after Tana and Michael, he spoke to Michael, then he spoke to Tana, then he had them both on like a FaceTime sort of call where they basically nuked it out on each other, and it was super unorganized. But believe me, I ate it up. I loved it. But then he allowed Tana to show footage of Michael that made him look bad and proved that he had lied about some things. And the thing is, we know Michael is lying about some stuff, but we also know Tana's probably lying about some stuff. And I bet if Michael was allowed to show footage that he had, it would have shown Tana in a bad light. It probably would have caught her in some lies. And I bet Tana probably had footage of her lying too, but obviously she's not going to show that to show that she's the bad guy. I think it was, in the sense of a documentary, very exuberantly, like ridiculously unprofessional of Shane to allow Tana to show footage and not contact Michael and be like, hey, not that he should say it this way, but hey, do you have any damning evidence of Tana you'd like to show? Because she just showed you and we kind of caught you in a lie. And the fact that he didn't have the opportunity, and maybe Shane contacted Michael and he didn't say anything, but I'm pretty sure that's not what happened because because Shane did show a title card saying Michael didn't have a chance to defend himself. And I thought that was just really not fair. And honestly, shady on Shane's part. I get it. Tana's your friend, but if you're going to call this a docuseries or a documentary or anything of that sort of thing, it's really about getting down to the facts. And I think if Shane wants to make a good documentary, he needs to make it on something he's not close to. Because not only was he Tana's friend, he was invited to TanaCon. Him and his posse, all of whom I love, by the way, were supposed to be at TanaCon, so he is way too close to make an unbiased documentary. Again, if I was making a documentary on a murderer, I shouldn't know the murderer or his family, and I shouldn't be related to the victim at all to be able to make a good documentary. And I think that's where Shane went wrong. That being said, I loved it. Will I watch it again in the future because I liked it? Probably. But as a documentary, Shane, honey. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and I hope that no one's gonna watch this. Who am I kidding myself? I have like 130 subscribers. But if you do, welcome. I am a Shane Dawson fan. If you're a Shane Dawson fan, subscribe. If you're not, subscribe. I don't care. Check out some of my stuff. It is not like this at all, and you'll probably be very disappointed. Okay, thank you. Like and share. Okay, oh God, that last part was disgusting. I'm very disappointed in myself.